The scent of burnt rubber and ozone preceded Miro before he even hit the garage floor. He collapsed against a stack of tires, his chest heaving, his face smeared with grease and a dark streak of blood. In his arms, he clutched a heavy, chrome-plated briefcase that hummed with a low, rhythmic vibration. Zale, his older brother, dropped his wrench, the clatter echoing through the cavernous shop. And he didn't ask what was wrong. The look in Miro's eyes told him that the easy score had turned into a death sentence. With trembling fingers, Miro clicked the latches of the case. Instead of the stacks of cash Zale expected, a violet light flooded the garage. Inside lay the Mercury Pulse, a prototype fusion core stolen from the city's experimental labs. "They told me it was just high-end car parts, Zale," Miro whispered, his voice cracking. "But the men who gave it to me, they aren't racers. They're hitters." Zale stared at the core, realizing Miro hadn't just stolen a part. He had stolen the key to a weaponized power source. It had started at the Shadow Circuit, an illegal underground racing hub where Miro thought he could earn enough to pay off Zale's debts. A man named Sundar, a cold-eyed figure with a silver-capped tooth, had offered him the job. Sundar promised him a future of fast cars and easy living if he could just retrieve a package from a neglected courier. Miro had been blinded by the chrome and the promises, never realizing he was being groomed for a high-stakes heist. The roar of a high-performance engine cut through the silence of the alleyway outside. Zale didn't hesitate. He grabbed Miro by the collar of his jacket and hauled him toward the back of the garage. "Sundar doesn't leave witnesses, Miro," Zale hissed. He grabbed a set of keys from the wall keys to a car he had promised never to drive again. They scrambled into the modified muscle car just as the front doors of the garage were kicked open by men in tactical gear. The chase was a blur of neon lights and screeching tires. Zale drove with a terrifying, cold efficiency, weaving through the midnight traffic of the industrial district. Miro sat in the passenger seat, white-knuckled, holding the humming briefcase on his lap. Every time a black SUV lunged at their bumper, Zale would shift gears with a violent grace, sending them into a controlled slide that defied physics. Miro realized then that his brother wasn't just a mechanic. He was a ghost of the very circuit Miro had tried to join. They were eventually cornered at the edge of the shipping docks, the dark Atlantic churning below the pier.